Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever you're tuning in from around the world. I've been asked to put together an express version. This is going to wrap up under 10 minutes, so you want to listen quickly. The program's name is F2S Fund, and they're headquartered out of the UK. My name is Michael O'Brien. I'm here in the States. Now, there's a unique triple play here. So glad you could join us, and you want to get something to write with and listen quickly. You've never seen anything quite like this. This unique triple play here with the F2S Fund, it's within a crowdfunding model. Aspect number 1, 2, and 3, let's break it down. Number 1, you can touch others' lives in purpose. This is so enormous to understand because it's hard to find something where you can do this and also work in a team environment and potentially acquire a Bitcoin. Let's break it down. Quickly, we'll go through a legal disclaimer. We make no guarantees. Your results are up to you. Your decision to do this is up to you. I'm not employed by the entity, and I'm not a financial advisor or a planner. Bottom line, we make no guarantees. Let's get started. If someone invited you to this short overview, they absolutely are thinking highly of you. Thinking of that and speaking to that, I also respect everyone's time. 3 questions people have whenever they're at an overview. Number 1, what is it? Number 2, why am I here? Number 3, how does it work? Welcome to the ultimate team build here in 2021. Let's break it down. Number 1, the management team. They have offices in the UK and in Germany. F2S Fund is a philanthropic movement. They work very closely with the United Nations and UNICEF. People are hurting all over the world, so CEO Mr. Nick Wood, co-founder Mr. Harry Parker, and the head of communications Michael Lee, it's their job to do this type of philanthropic movement, to oversee it. Realize this. Their offices focus on helping people who resonate with these categories. In the registration process, you identify which one that you resonate with. And that entire process has a very holistic approach. It's hard to touch others' lives and purpose and work as a team and potentially generate Bitcoin, but you can do it here. Let's take a moment and break down some outstanding features. The crowdfunding model, if you're not familiar with it, it's legal in hundreds of countries around the world and has been for years. By helping people, potentially, we can acquire Bitcoin, the most dynamic cryptocurrency in that space, and has been that way for years. This is a global pandemic relief program. It's been up and running for 3 months now. No monthly fees, no annual fees, no products or services to busy your life with logistics or storage. Simply bring 2 and help them do the same. Lock in on this. Our referral link, everyone, can only work for 2 people. Now, if you're like me, when I heard that, I was like, heck, I know a lot more than 2 people. You take the excess past those 2 and you plug them into your team build. I was like, where was this years ago? Once that process repeats itself and you have 20 people on team A and 20 people on team B that you're going to work in a collaborative fashion with the community, you ignite a comp plan. Now, there's a global build component going on all around this that is beyond robust and generous, and it applies the wealth principle of leverage. So awesome. Up next, how does it work? Before we break it down, realize this. We focus on teamwork here, and we have a saying, when you break 2020, you ignite a Bitcoin annuity program. Simply help 2 people, one on team A, one on team B, build their teams to 2020, and you'll create a residual inbound stream of Bitcoin if you apply yourself, if you go to work. No guarantees. Let's break it down. There are 4 cycles. Take those notes, moneymakers. And working our way from left to right, they use new terms out there in the UK and Germany that are new to us over here in North America. So when you hear surface, you want to think of level. Then you have the global component to the right of that, team build requirements, and the all-important monetization event all the way to the right. You'll see how it breaks out. In each cycle, everyone, there are 13 levels. And when 100 members come into the community from efforts all around the world, and you've broken 2020, 20 on team A, 20 on team B, you can then withdraw what shows up in your back office as 180 US dollars in the form of Bitcoin, a rising entity, and so exciting. And you'll see how this breaks out through the different levels. You're all set through the first 5 levels of cycle 1 by helping team A and team B grow by 20 each. When 300 people come on that global line, 300 US dollars worth of Bitcoin will show up in your back office. That's withdrawable when you break 2020. Level 3, 600 come in from the global growth, $600. And you can see how this plays out. Let's pause for a minute and do some quick math. By focusing on helping your team build to 20 on Team A and 20 on Team B, you're in a position to withdraw $3,180 in Bitcoin. Let's break down what you did. You enrolled, you brought in 2 people. Remember, our links can only be used for 2 directs, so you want to be very selective about that. And then you put yourself in a position by breaking what we call 2020 to withdraw $3,180. Then working with the entire community, your team A and B grew to 20 on each side. You then qualify to do this. Let's realize this, it's mission critical to do this, and everyone in the community has this goal. So you're not going to have a situation where people are dragging their heels. This is a very ears pinned back community, very keen, very focused. Now, we're paid on the global line growth, metric events, but you qualify team-wise right there under team build requirements. If you get that, you've hit a home run. Now, as you can see throughout the different levels, your teams are growing. This is a vibrant crew. They're all going for 2020. Let's do some quick updates and let you know that when you add up this group down here and you add up that group up there, you're looking at $55,680 in the form of Bitcoin. Now, if you're stepping back from this and wondering if this is achievable, my sponsor who signed up on the 24th of December, 2020, has hit level 6 and 7, and 2 sponsors up from him, they've hit 8 and 9. They signed up the day after Thanksgiving 2020. So these are absolutely achievable events. Realize this, when you achieve this in cycle 1, you're set for cycles 2, 3, and 4. All you need to do is renew your membership at the start of each cycle. So exciting. Let's break down some other important elements as we head towards the home stretch of this quick overview. Number 1, our website, very impressed, Business Management Center. Number 2, our Facebook page, very important. That's where people are putting in documentation of their results. As you can see here, on the 5th of January, 2,957. Close look here with mine right there. I posted mine up $1,200 on the 6th of January. Let's realize this. There's a promotion on top of what you just saw with the ability to cycle 4 times and generate 222,000 US dollars in the form of Bitcoin by cycling 4 times. This is in addition. There are 10 star positions with specific qualification requirements. Confer the website and get back to the person who invited you to see about these exciting qualifications. But people are already attaining star positions 1 and 2 as you're watching this. Let's grab the 10th star position. 3 people who focus and really work hard and take advantage of this are going to qualify for this 10th star position. What's really cool about this is they even conceived of doing this on top of the 4 cycling positions, plus you can take the value of the car if you're not a car person, or if you're a car person, take the car. Now it's action time. You want to get back to the person who shared this video with you and let them know you're ready to get started. And I want to be the first to welcome you to our awesome community. Then share this with your top 2 people. Help them build out their teams to 20 on each team and simply invite them to the live Zooms. We're going to have that scheduled here in short order. Our weekly management meetings. Here's some takeaways from the most recent one. We're on track to begin registration again in just days. We bowled over the server. They had to freeze registrations for just a little bit. We'll be back up and running on the 22nd. Our management team listened carefully to us during those Zooms. That's enormous. We could potentially influence the destiny of the opportunity. We're now a 5-year project. How awesome is that? We're slated to go to 2026. Now we can re-enter and cycle all over again in those 4 cycles and qualify for another 222,000 US dollars in the value of Bitcoin all over again. How awesome is that? Now, here's the value proposition that's so important. No monthly fees, no annual fees. Simply renew your membership. And if you're looking at this for the first time, you want to realize the donation into the ecosystem just runs $120 and the activation fee of $30 for just only $150 to become part of this opportunity, $150 US dollars in the form of Bitcoin. Now, let's also realize something else. our Facebook group page, which is Messenger. This is where all things happen F2S. Information is power, but you need to know about it. So that's important. Get back to the person so that you can be invited into that. Here's your marketing plan. You're simply going to invite people to our live Zooms, and we're going to break it down for them 7 days per week. I head up to 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and top leader Mabu Hussein heads up the 8 p.m. Eastern Time out of Dallas. All the information's here. You simply take a picture of this with your phone, and you're off to the races. Get back to the person who shared with you this short video. Thank you so much, and welcome aboard.